So, I don't know. Have you guys heard the news that JFK is gay?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, JFK.
JFK.
Or as Brandon called him, JFK.
He's so gay. I had no idea.
No. Did you read the whole article?
Wait,
I read a lot of it.
The ex-president?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
John F. Kennedy.
Okay, I thought there was a new one.
I mean,
John Fitzgerald Kennedy, gay.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I read the article. I think he used this guy.
Yeah.
He never did anything. He never physically did anything other than receive blowjobs.
Well, that's what the article suggests.
Well, he had headaches, remember?
Yeah,
So
that's
he
true.
needed blowjobs for headaches.
I'm starting to think that JFK had just some horrific semen overflow, and any orifice would do in order to relieve himself.
Any orifice?
If there's an orifice, I'm going to use it.
Well, wait, now how did this come out?
I don't know, Trudy. This is so weird. I mean, this is like
You are so gay now.
Abraham Lincoln was gay. Remember when that came out?
Yeah, Josh Speed.
It's pretty accepted now, isn't it?
Yeah, except I always thought history disputed that because people slept together of the same sex back then because there wasn't a lot of, there weren't mattress sales like on President's Day.
You mean sleeping just as in like cuddling or actually getting
They
it
were boofing.
Well, sleeping in the
penetration.
in the Okay, I don't know. How do I know? I wasn't there.
It's kind of it's an interesting story. Okay, he has this friend from prep school.
The best part is all this information is at the JFK library.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of it is.
Yeah.
I know. What happened? Somebody dug through the library? Because some of this
seems like
a lot of it is.
Is the car there, or would that be in bad taste to have the car there?
No, the car's at Henry
It's at Henry Ford.
Here,
still,
yeah.
right?
He got it.
They met in prep school in 1933. They worked on the yearbook together. That's pretty gay. Lem Billings is the guy's name. He was with John so much that Ted Kennedy thought that Lem was his older brother till he was like 10.
What?
Yeah, because he was just like stuck to John.
Yeah, well, they were kid buddies together. You hung out with your
He was
kids.
stuck to. He thought they were Siamese twins.
Oh, wow.
So they were homoing around for like 30 years. I mean, this guy had a bedroom at the White House, which is like, how does a guy have a bedroom at the White House and nobody knows about it?
Really?
That's ridiculous. Jackie was getting tired of these guys and their gay shenanigans, apparently.
Oh, there they are with a puppy dog.
There's one picture of them that's really gay that I saw on Reddit. Uh-huh. John F. Kennedy Reddit. It's
Look at Kennedy's hair. Wow.
Look at that game of quarterback center that Kennedy's reversed the way the quarterback should be. Like, I forgot which side I go on. And Lem Billings' head is between his legs.
No,
that's pretty weird.
Where he loved to be.
Maybe he's about to give him a power bomb.
It's flexible.
Wow.
So Lawrence J. Quirk, author, wrote that a book called The Kennedys in Hollywood. According to Quirk, Billings confided in him that his relationship with JFK was sexual to a point and included oral sex with John always on the receiving end. Mm-hmm. That makes it sound pretty credible.
Yeah.
This allowed JFK to maintain his delusion that straight men who received oral sex from men only were looking for sexual release. And I think this guy, it seems like the Kennedys, there's got to be something to this. They must have some outrageous semen production going on.
Yeah, all of them.
They're all sex addicts.
Ben Bradley, of course, from the Washington Post, said that Len was gay at a time when it was very dangerous. Security clearances were a problem, but somehow he always seemed to be with John Kennedy in places where you would possibly need a security clearance. They were huge pranksters. That came up a lot, too, in the prep school and college. They were just wacky pranksters, and it sounds so stupid and gay.
I think he would have taken a bullet for the president then. That would have changed history.
Well, it took a load for him. What kind of pranks are we talking about? Lem would just lob a load on JFK before a state dinner.
Right into his head.
Legs spread and penis butt.
Oh my God.
Back and to the left.
Only Jackie would notice.
So gay, but I couldn't tell anyone.
I laughed when I saw that Jackie became very annoyed by this. The women, that would really pissed her off. But this gay thing was also kind of an irritant.
Did you see that? We learned the nickname of JFK's penis.
No.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I did not.
Let's see.
I had to scrap for this information, Mark, because the big article, there was a big thing in the Daily Mail. It was the top story, too.
Yeah.
Everybody's reading it.
That's what I read.
And it was blocked.
Yeah, it was behind a paywall for
Not
me.
mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
get
get lucky
pay for it?
You get lucky sometimes, Drew.
Huh.
Okay, first off, well, here, you can just read the Daily Mail one, and then you can stumble upon the name for his penis.
Okay.
I can't wait. What the suspense. Jeez.
What do you think? Well, guess. What would you call JFK's penis?
Lucky.
No, you'd call his penis Lucky.
The Shamrocker.
Okay, all right.
He's Irish.
PT9.
Shillelagh.
PT 9-inch.
PT 9-inch.
Lem confessed his desires to Jack in a message scrawled on toilet paper, a common trick at Choate, the prep school, so the boys could easily swallow or destroy love notes to each other.
Gross.
What?
Jack's written response was, "Please don't write to me on toilet paper anymore. I'm not that kind of boy." What the hell does that mean?
Look at them here. Look at them here.
How could they have possibly known that?
Yeah, look, these
Even though it's
pictures
funny.
are, it's like they're trying to send out a gay Christmas card. Every picture. He's on his shoulders in a snowbank.
His
It's so
balls are
adorable.
on my neck.
It's credited to the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library Museum.
Wow.
Doesn't seem presidential.
Let's pose behind a snowbank. You'll be on my shoulders.
Now, who are they? They're posed leaning up against a wall.
Yeah, it looks like a theater group, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But who's the odd guy out?
that guy.
Pierre, Lucky Pierre.
That guy was in the threesome.
Yeah, he's the guy in the middle.
Guy looks like a young Roy Cohn, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Who's gay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that your evidence?
Classmate at Choate, Rep Horton, witnessed Lem's complete servitude. As Horton told Kennedy chronicler Nigel Hamilton for his 92 biog, in Lem, Jack found a slave for life. It was amazing how Lem was abused. He did Jack's laundry. Late at night, he'd run out in cold weather to buy a pizza. Jack's back was always hurting. He would have to go on multiple spinal surgeries, and Lem became his unpaid masseur, a job he relished.
Oh my God, he blew up before the guy getting rubbed down.
Oh, my back.
As Lem claimed later in life, after JFK was assassinated, he often gave Jack oral sex. They even shared a nickname for Jack's penis, J.J. Maher.
Yeah, isn't that the
What?
dumbest name?
Named
What
after
kind
their
of a wiener name is that?
named after their strictest teacher at Choate.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
So they
why
named
would
his dick
penis-
after their strict teacher.
the teacher they hate. Or
That's pretty gay.
it's weird.
JJ.
In one
It's
note,
just that's a cumbersome name for a wiener.
yeah, it's
You can't fit it
too
into
wordy.
where you go down there and get JJ Maher. He's
Mr.
feeling
Maher
down.
to you.
He's a little deflated.
One note sent to Jack during one of his many hospital stays. He lamented he'd only masturbated twice since being admitted. My vitality is slowly being sapped. I'm just a shell of the former man, and my penis looks as if it's been run through a wringer. What the hell?
What are you doing to your dick, John?
Another Jack joke. The nurses are very tantalizing, and I'm really the pet of the hospital. The nurses are almost as dirty as you filthy-minded shit.
What I'm most proud of is my penis.
That's no way to talk to your guy that gives you blowjobs.
It's just weird.
It is weird. Hey, different times.
Your blowjob boy.
On his return to Choate, he wrote to Lem, I still have your shaving brush, which I shall return once I get my deersucker coat, you slimy fuck. Have you laid pussy yet, you bitch?
Oh,
That sounds like a gay guy pretending to be straight. Have you laid pussy yet, you bitch?
pussy.
What the fuck does that mean? He doesn't know how to say it. He's too gay.
You think you have more swagger than that?
What's wrong? Is you gay or something?
Such insults were part of Jack's love language, and Billings took them as such. Jack came up with the idea they should lose their virginity together. What?
Yeah, this is wild.
Jack, again, willfully oblivious to the intrinsic homoeroticism, Billings went along. Off they traveled from Choate to a brothel in New York City. Jack insisted they should share the same prostitute. What?
Who got sloppy seconds?
Why would you share the same person?
Lem, of course.
Maybe they got a 2-for-1 deal.
What the fuck?
JFK made out on that thing.
Well, they shared this encounter as a threesome, remains unclear, but their friend Report later said Billings and Jack came back in a terrible panic because of venereal disease. They went to a hospital and got all these medicines and creams. Ah! Jack's scrapbook from Choate. He had a scrapbook from Choate?
A scrapbook.
Scrapbook?
That's pretty gay. That's
you
the
not-
gayest thing in the story so far.
You didn't have a scrapbook, Drew?
No, I never had a scrapbook. Housed at his presidential library in Boston is full of photos of Lem and the two of them together, one with Lem posing upside down, his backside facing the camera between Jack's legs.
Why are you gay?
Another is Lem hoisting young Jack up by his backside with loving messages scrawled aside. One next to one of Lem, a pretty sight, woof woof.
Homosexual?
Another one of Lem, what a kisser. What?
I know.
What? Was he being so obvious that people go, oh, well, he can't be gay. He wouldn't be this obvious.
By the way, what a nice picture that is. Look at that.
This is weird.
One with him upside down.
The summer of 36, one year for graduating to Choate, Jack wrote to Lem from Los Angeles of a groin injury that would hinder intimacy between them. If you could see what a thing of beauty my body has become with open air. It looks as though there will be no little rascals bearing the name Lemoyne Kennedy, as yesterday I got kicked where I love, which stretched me out for a couple of blissful minutes. I have not heard from you for 3 weeks except for a couple smutty postcards. Please communicate.
Really? Wow, what horn dog. Holy crap.
I would never leave Jack, not even when a beautiful young debutante named Jacqueline Bouvier. Bouvier? Bouvier entered the picture?
Yeah, Bouvier. Bouvier, yeah.
Just 1 week in my life, Jackie once said, I'd like to have my husband and myself, but Lem is always there, bathing and massaging him, even putting on his shoes and socks.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Boy, it's
intense.
gay. Wow, it's gay.
Just like Lincoln, man. We never knew. I wonder who's going to be gay in like the next 50 years. We're going to look back and we're going to find out that George Bush was just a homo.
Well, we already know
Reagan,
Obama
maybe?
is.
Yeah, Obama.
That's right, Obama.
Larry Sinclair joins the list of Joshua Speed, and what's this guy's name? Lem?
Lem Billings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just out of nowhere.
Bombshell.
Now, how does it take till now to hear about this? This is what.
Well,
how
that's-
can JFK be gay or straight until 2024? It's just the swordsman from hell, and then overnight he's gay.
It's really funny. Brandon and I were talking about it, and I just went, Drew probably already knows all this whole story.
Oh, there's the picture.
Because
You
you
just-
know so much about Kennedy.
Look at that.
You fag!
That is G-A-Y gay.
Wow. Look at the loving,
He looks like
adoring
alfalfa.
look.
That's
really-
He looks so
Yeah, his part
weird.
in the middle.
By the way, what a nice picture that is. Look at that.
I gotta believe any gay guy would be really excited if they saw that picture.
Look at their hands
I know.
intertwined.
He's checking his breathing. Yes, look where his hand is.
I know. He's holding his hand on. He's holding JFK's hand on his stomach.
All right, since we're bringing out the gayest part of this picture is how he's holding Lem's hand, his
Right, the
Lem's left hand in the
delicate.
palm like that. Yeah, that's weird.
That's really weird. Oh man.
I mean, I'd rather have my mouth closer.
Just like Lincoln.
Oh, that's a
Wow.
odd way to start.
So gay now.
Pretty wild.
And then, wow.
Well, it seems like everyone from the old days is gay eventually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they're
Cary
not, they were
Grant,
molested.
Rock Hudson, James Dean.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh yeah. Oh man, he
Gay
and
as
Clyde
hell.
Tolson.
Like, I know the idea that was his like hired man.
Oh, we just go on vacation together. We live together. That's all, and we work together.
We
What's
got
the big
buried
deal?
together.
It's
Did they
Major
get buried
Domo.
next to each other?
Yes, they are.
hand in
Weird.
hand.
That's so weird.
I know, and he investigated people for being gay all the time.
Yeah. It's the brilliance of it.
It's true. Wow. That doesn't seem like a very sexy couple, does it?
J. Hoover and anybody.
J. Edgar Hoover and Clyde Tolson are not nearly as sexy as we are, Lem.
There they are.
Aw.
Enjoying each other's
It's really boring.
That article also said that
No, Clyde was bottom, by the way.
Jackie's dad was bisexual too. So I guess everybody was gay.
Jackie's dad was?
That's
Wait,
what that-
Black Jack Bouvier?
That's exactly what that article said.
Black Jack Bouvier?
Yeah.
He blew me once. Wow. Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a real scumbag. That's why Jackie put up with Jack. You got to find a woman who's just been treated like complete shit her whole life, and you can get away with anything.
Well, good luck
I missed out, man.
finding that.